Today we're going to cover creating maps from Appfolio, Appfolio's data. And we're going to do that by exporting data from Appfolio. Then we're going to create a layer in Maps. And then we're going to import that data into Google Maps. So let's get into it. First thing we're going to do is export data from Appfolio. You're going to go to the reporting section of Appfolio, and at the bottom you're going to see properties, and you're going to export the property directory. On the right hand side you're going to see customization, and you're going to select what you're customizing. In this case I selected Victoria's properties, and on the far right you can also see what you can export. So I deselected everything and then selected the property address, property name, property name, city, and zip code. So that's what Google Maps needs in order to create a map. And then I'm going to export that data into a CVS file. Once we've created the CVS file, what we're going to do is create a layer in Google Maps. So you can go to any old map, then you're going to create a new map and give that map a name. In this case it's going to be Limestone 2025, and I'm going to once I've created a name, I'm going to name a layer. In this case it's going to be Victoria's label, or Victoria's layer. And then I'm going to select, what I'm going to do from there is I'm going to import that data into Google Maps. So I select import, go to the file that I created just now, and import that data. It's going to ask me what I want to import. So I want to import all those items that you see. And property address is going to be the title. That way when you click on that icon, it'll show up as the property address name. So you repeat that process to create new layers. So my next layer is going to be Bob, for example, and I'm going to export the same data, create an export file, a CVS file. Then I go back to Maps, and I create a new layer, give that layer's name Bob, and I'm going to import data again. Once you've imported that data, the next thing you're going to want to do is label that data. Let's finish doing that. And that import data, I'm going to give it I'm going to give those characteristics differently, a different color, so that way it distinguishes Victoria's properties from Bob's properties. Hit save, and you can repeat this process for each property manager. I want to point out that it's not perfect, and in every case it doesn't import every specific property. It usually misses one for some reason. I can't figure out why, or it's importing the title or the total, so you can delete that column and it'll highlight which property wasn't imported correctly. So you kind of have to manually go back and import that, or create that one property record, or make a mental note that that one's missing from your maps. And the nice thing about this is that after you've imported all the property managers with different colors, you can turn them on and off to see specific property managers. It's pretty awesome. And then if you click on each property, by the way, you can click on each property and give it a specific character if you like. That's kind of extra credit. Enjoy.